Good morning. It is Monday, but not a real Monday. We are on a long weekend, therefore we are still on long weekend time. It is also our last day on summer break before we start a new homeschooling year. So my house is a disaster, and it's absolutely going to stay a disaster till the end of the day. That is because we are leaving this house and taking the kids on an adventure. We have had Joey home for the last 4 days after not having him for the last 14 days. My original plan last night was to make a homemade breakfast. Then we both came across a Facebook memory, a picture of us at the ocean, which then led us to look at the weather for today, and it is going to be 65 degrees and sunny there and 105 degrees and scorching hot here. So the plan was to get up early and head on over there in order to be back at a decent time. Well, that was the plan. However, we woke up at 9:30, and the plan now is to be out of the house in 30 minutes. I do not even know when the last time it was that I woke up before the kids on my own without an alarm clock. I mean, I don't even know when I have woken up later than 7:30 in the last 6 years. My kids are usually my alarm clock. I mean, I know why they slept in. That is definitely because we've been going with the flow all weekend long, staying out way past our bedtime, spending way too much money, pretty much just doing whatever we want. We both knew this was our last weekend before summer break was over. We have just been doing adventure after adventure, everything from the county fair to eating out way too many meals. It has been fun. My stomach is hurt. I think all of us are ready to be back on a schedule, and after today I'm ready to do just that. I am hoping that I get back at a decent time today so that I can get some much needed cleaning done before we start the first day of school tomorrow on an overstimulated note. We all also need to be in bed at an early time because not only do I need to get the kids back on a schedule, I told myself that this school year I was going to be waking up at 5 a.m. every day. Is that probably a really unrealistic time for myself? Absolutely. But I like a challenge, and I also like some time for myself before the chaos of the kids. I know that once I start waking up at 5 a.m. there is no going back, and I'm going to love it. However, getting used to the 5 a.m. morning routine, you know, for me to stop playing whack-a-mole with my alarm clock and actually getting up the first time it goes off instead of hitting snooze 50 times and then looking at the phone and it is 7:30. It is just so hard to pry myself out of a warm bed when the house is 68 degrees and there's nothing that I want more than to stay under the warm blankets. However, when 7:30 comes around, I'm always severely regretting not getting up. The amount of chaos that we have going on, if we all wake up at the same time, is really just unreal. And you know what? I don't really care. Call me a stickler if you want, but this year I want to be on a strict schedule. I want to be doing everything at the same time every single day. The weekends are for play. Monday through Friday is for doing the same thing at the same time every single day. Like I am talking, I want to be taking my vitamins at 7 a.m. on the dot every morning. If it is 7:02 and I have not taken them yet, then I have already failed the day. Last year we had such a hard time staying on a schedule, and almost every day I was extremely overstimulated by 9 in the morning. So I am aiming for better this year. Anyways, now we are off to the coast. We are off for a 2-hour road trip. I have loaded the kids with snacks in their cup holders and full water bottles. Now I'm just crossing my fingers for a smooth trip.